Hey, I've been seeing a lot of madness nowadays. You got brothers with this madness on the streets, and you got these people teaching us madness about our history. Whipping in the trap, then you serve it to your own. Stacking up the racks while you know you're doing wrong. Madness, if you ask me, pocket full of stones. I just pray you rest in peace when you dead and gone.
Shalom, shalom. This is Shir Yeshua Judah with the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. What we have behind me is a picture of Jerry Jones. That is Mr. Jones right there. In the article from which this picture was taken, it says, if you're wondering why in professional football so few black coaches get hired and black players struggle to be heard, you can learn a lot from a 65-year-old image of Jerry Jones. In a 1957 photo published late last month by the Washington Post, the future owner of the Dallas Cowboys, then 14, stood among a group of white teenagers who was blocking 6 black students from desegregating his Arkansas high school. In an interview with the Post, Jones minimized the role in the event. I don't know that I or anybody anticipated or had a background of knowing what was involved. It was more a curious thing, Jones told the newspaper, which was published a series of stories about NFL's failure to promote black coaches over the course of decades. I truly believe that there is a problem in the NFL when it comes to hiring black coaches. I've been watching the NFL football for many of years, and I can honestly say that we as black people don't get a fair shake in the NFL. I've seen white coaches come into the league, be unsuccessful at one team, then another team pick them up, be unsuccessful there, then another team pick them up. Then when they get bounced out from coaching, they become commentators. I've seen quarterbacks come into the league, white quarterbacks come into the league, be unsuccessful, and have multiple chances of redeeming themselves. While on the other hand, black quarterbacks come into the league. They don't do a terrible job, but for some reason, they never get the level of respect that the white counterpart get. You will see them come in, and then they'll be gone. I've even heard of instances where quarterbacks have came out of college that was black, and the NFL wanted to change their position. You need to be a wide receiver or a cornerback. We don't really need you to be a quarterback, right? But with that being said, I have a hard time judging any individual on a 1957 photo of a man that at that time was only 14 years old. Was Jerry Jones at that time racist? 99.9% yes. Racist as hell. Why would you say he's racist? Because I'm sure that he grew up in a household of racists. Did he minimize that particular day by saying that I was more curious than anything? Yes, I could go on a limb and say that he did minimize it. But what I'm not going to do is judge a man in 2022 on a 65-year-old picture. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. Neither am I going to put on the hiring or not hiring of black coaches and tie that to a 65-year-old picture. The guy was only 14 years old at the time. How did you expect him to react? This was in Arkansas. This is what was going on at that particular time. This was the climate that was at that particular time. Now, one of the things that nobody is talking about is the law that was passed that forced the black kids to go to this all-white school. Everybody want to talk about the white kids that was standing at the gate that made the black kids uncomfortable, but nobody want to talk about the fact that the laws forced these black kids to go to this school. Neither did the black kids want to go to the school. Look, one thing I know for sure is this: money has a way of changing people. Am I saying that Jerry Jones is not racist today? Nope, I'm not saying that. Not at all. Jerry Jones may be the same bigot that he was 65 years ago. But what Jerry Jones has done for black people cannot be ignored. I've lived in Dallas. I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan all of my life. And this is not no apology video for Jerry Jones, by no means. But what I know, I know. And I don't think that it's right to judge anybody on an image that's 65 years old, especially of a kid. Kids do what kids do. What did you think that they was going to do? You cannot judge that man today on what his intentions was 65 years ago. Jerry Jones done took care of a lot of black people. One in particular, the playmaker himself. And if the playmaker was to stand up and talk on behalf of Jerry Jones, all you Negroes would be like Michael Irvin, he's selling out to protect Jerry Jones. Nah, you have no idea. I do. I was in Dallas. You have no idea what Jerry Jones did for this man when this man was in trouble. Jerry Jones came out of his own pocket. You can say, well, yeah, he did that because that's his investment. Look, we're talking about the NFL. And I'm going to put something in perspective for you. In the NFL, it's comprised of, and I don't know the percentage, so I'm not going to even sit here and say that I know what the percentage is, but it's a high percentage of Negroes that play that sport. And when it comes to those skill positions like wide receivers and running backs and cornerbacks, there's never a shortage of those individuals that could come in and do that job. Jerry Jones, yeah, he was protecting his investment, but at the same time, he was still protecting somebody that he cared about. Did you hear what I said? And to this day, I can bet you that Jerry Jones still care about Michael Irvin. I was telling an individual the other day, I don't know for sure. Neither do I have the resources to find out for myself, but I can almost guarantee you that Jerry Jones is still taking care of one by the name of Dez Bryant. I don't think that it's fair to bring up an image that's 65 years old, and in 2022, we say that this man is a bigot because of what he did at 14 years old. Now, if there was some leaked tapes out, then you hearing Jerry Jones saying, man, them niggas is nothing but they all lazy. We can rock with that. We can go with that. I'm not saying that Jerry Jones is not racist, but what I'm saying is fair is fair. We need to stop allowing this media to dictate our emotions and our feelings. We need to stop letting this media dictate our energy. We need to stop allowing this media to dictate who we persecute and who we don't persecute. There's a lot of racism in this country that is happening today that we can focus on. Nobody asked the question where this picture came from. You know, the NFL owners did collectively come together and decided to vote out one by the name of Daniel Snyder, forgive me. They used to be the owner of then Washington Redskins, but now called the Washington Commanders. Go look into that and see if Daniel Snyder may have something to do with this 1957 image of Jerry Jones standing here in Arkansas, in the South, where racism was at its highest. Jerry Jones was doing what Jerry Jones was pretty much was supposed to do in 1957. That was the energy that was happening at that time. I know a lot may not agree with what it is that I'm saying, but it's facts. We cannot be judged by what we have done 65 years ago. And we cannot negate the fact that he was a 14-year-old kid. Jerry Jones have came out of his own pocket, outside of the contracts that he has written, and have taken care of a lot of black NFL players. This is not no apology video for Jerry Jones, but I just want you to use a little bit of common sense. This is Shir Yeshub Judah.
Hey, I've been seeing a lot of madness nowadays. You got brothers with this madness on the streets, and you got these people teaching us madness about our history. Whipping in the trap, then you serve it to your own. Stacking up the racks while you know you're doing wrong. Madness, if you ask me, pocket full of stones. I just pray you rest in peace when you dead and gone. This is madness, 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 madness. Look, every time I rap, I wanna have something to say. When I'm in the streets, I'm looking for someone to save. Pull them out the fire, tell them they ain't slaves. Tell them we been lied to about everything. We the real Jews, we the real kings. He gave us the laws, we the real priests, real priests. So why you in these streets? Killing all your people. Tie my hands up and don't shoot, but you'll kill your brother for some shoes. Another black man dead, end up on the evening news. Ain't you sick of this here? Ain't you sick of this nonsense? Don't you know that they laughing all of this madness? Whipping in the trap, then you serve it to your own. Stacking up the racks while you know you're doing wrong. Madness, if you ask me, pocket full of stones. I just pray you rest in peace when you dead and gone. This is madness. Madness, 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 madness.
Hanging on the block with kinfolk, searching for virgins in Norfolk. Girl, you don't really like those, you lying. Child support, money spent on a bundle. I'm a changed woman, I gotta stay humble. Worst place for a black man is a biblical. Crazy society, everybody clinical. Meds and variety, deals in the lobby. All this madness that surrounds you when their Black Lives Matter. Y'all protecting these crackers, protect these corners. Call me a scorner, slanging on the corners. Timbos, tight jeans, draws, Sean. 4-5 woes, 1-2 phones. Hood, credit, influenced by songs. 4-5 code, bought and sold. Blood on your hands while you selling them nicks. Dimes, get caught, fed time, click, get locked up, lights out, third eye, wicked. Teaching them they spiritual beings. You a guy now, bow to the woman now, all the while doing carnal things. Lust for leaders, boast of great things. Selling you a dream, making on the mean. King, queen, garden used to be so clean. Fresh white things, right out the Bible, you in there. Pushing lies, they liable. I don't care what the white man tried to tell y'all. Now you acting like the heathen. You're bouncing off the wall. Time is ticking. Let's get back to these laws. Spiritual sickness, let the wicked have the world till it fall. Have the world till it fall.
Hey, look, hey, woke up this morning, threw these J's all on my feet. Looked down at these shoes and said they'll kill for these in the streets. Threw them junks in the trash, cause Jordan ain't never did nothing for me. Cause them same shoes are gon' fade away like MJ from the 3 swish. If you don't stand up for something, you will fall down for anything. You should love your brother and be willing to die for him for anything. We are all we got, we the Israelites, no lie. Everything they taught us was madness, yet we gon' rise. Quam, Yasha Allah, Quam Yasha Allah. Rise Israel, hands to the Father. Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya, Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya. I am in the name of my Savior, deliver us out of the fire. Whipping in the trap, then you serve it to your own. Stacking up the racks while you know you're doing wrong. Madness if you ask me, pocket full of stones. I just pray you rest in peace when you getting gone. This is madness, 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 madness. Hey, look here. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself. Look, the beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. Yeah. 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 Madness. 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 Hey. 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 Madness. Baratasa.
And your back Q. Yeah. Bringing y'all the truth. Karatasa. Your back Q.